Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into something pretty fascinating that's shaking up the academic world. We're talking about a brand new era of transparency that's completely changing how we understand what it's really like to work at a university. I mean, it seems like a simple enough question, right? But if you're in academia, you know getting a clear, honest answer has always been so difficult. You can see the public prestige, you can see the research rankings, but what about the day-to-day culture? What's that actually like? Well, that's all starting to change. A new community-driven ranking system has popped up, and it's designed to do one thing: answer that exact question by putting the power right into the hands of the employees themselves. Okay, so let's get into it. Forever, the inner workings of universities have kind of been a black box. You might know an institution by its famous professors or its gorgeous campus, but the actual employee experience, the real on-the-ground culture, that was almost always hidden from view. So, what's the solution here? It's this thing called the Higher Education Employer Rankings. Now, this is not your typical static best places to work list that you see once a year. Nope. This is a dynamic platform, and it was built from the ground up specifically for the, let's say, unique environment of academia. The way it's described is as a living ecosystem, and it's such a great way to put it. It's not just a snapshot in time, it's constantly being updated in real time, giving this incredible 360-degree view of an institution, all based on constant feedback from the people who know it best, the ones working there. So you're probably wondering, how does this actually work? I mean, how do you build a system like this that people can genuinely trust? Well, it all comes down to a framework that's built on some really clear, really solid pillars of integrity. And that foundation rests on these four core pillars. First, and this is a big one, verification. Only current employees with a valid university email can even participate. That's key. Second is recency. To keep the data fresh and relevant, ratings actually expire after 12 months. Third, flexibility. You can update your rating if your experience changes, for better or for worse. And finally, organic growth. The rankings update in real time with every single new entry. It's constantly evolving. So what are people actually rating? The system uses 10 core metrics, each on a simple 1 to 10 scale. And it covers everything you'd want to know: overall job satisfaction, work-life balance, leadership, and, super importantly, a commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. You can really think of it like a comprehensive report card for the university as an employer. Of course, for a system like this to have any real credibility, you've got to have rules. You have to make sure it's fair for everyone involved, both the employees who are giving the feedback and the universities being rated. And this balance of responsibility is just crucial. So for employees, yeah, you have to be verified, but your identity is kept totally anonymous from your employer. And of course, your reviews need to be authentic and professional. For the employers, they're actually encouraged to ask their staff to participate, but, and this is probably the most important part, they must not try to influence the results in any way. And that brings us to the single most critical rule for the institutions: the anti-coaching rule. It's super clear. It explicitly forbids employers from trying to influence, script, or coach employees on how to vote. That means no offering gift cards for good reviews, no hovering over people's shoulders while they submit their ratings. The feedback has to be 100% genuine.
And just so we're clear, this isn't just some friendly suggestion. This is a hard rule, and it has serious teeth. The source material says it directly. Any institution caught breaking this rule will face a ranking penalty.
So what does that penalty actually look like? It's very specific. First, a big, visible data integrity warning gets slapped right on the institution's profile for everyone to see. Second, they get a percentage deducted from their overall score, and this penalty sticks around for a full 6 months, acting as this really clear public signal that something wasn't right. So what does this all really mean for you, for the individual? It means your voice suddenly has a direct, measurable impact. This isn't just about complaining into the void. It's about adding your experience to a data set that's creating a massive cultural shift, one where institutions are finally held accountable for the environments they create. Remember those 10 core metrics we just looked at? Every single one is an area where your honest feedback can signal what's working and, maybe more importantly, what really needs to change. Your voice becomes data, and that data can be a powerful catalyst for real institutional improvement. And at the end of the day, when you participate, you're not just speaking up about your own job. Your authentic feedback becomes this incredibly valuable guidepost. It helps colleagues from all over the world make one of the biggest decisions of their careers. It helps them see past the marketing and find a culture where they can actually thrive. So this brings us to one last thought. Just take a second and think about your own workplace. If you could give it a totally honest score right now, across those key areas of culture, leadership, and support, what would it be?